Happy New Year and welcome or welcome back to Cozy Novel Niche. Today, of course, I'm here with the ritual setting of new goals for myself. Since it's the very beginning of the year, I'm filming it like in the very first week, so I hope that I will be able to edit it and upload it as soon as I will finish it, or pretty much almost. The black thing that you see is the mic, and I hope that it's working, because otherwise I'm on mute right now and I will have to refilm it. Yeah, but anyhow, I just missed the perfect lighting. It was so beautiful, just ethereal and amazing, but I missed it and I was almost not filming it. But this is not how we will roll in 2024. I don't need to strive for perfect. I just need to push through and go and see what happens. So here we are. As far as reading is concerned, for this year I will try and bring in all the best things that I've learned and done in 2023 and just spice it up a little bit, because my very first goal is actually to continue enjoying reading. Since it was a bit of a struggle for me, like just a little bit after the pandemic, it was a bit of a struggle to really enjoy reading. I don't know what was it. It was just a combination of different factors, and so I wasn't enjoying as much. But in 2023, I really felt like I was in a good spot, like reading wise. And so this is my great goal for this year, to keep enjoying reading, which means that I will have to be very careful in what I pick up, and also to let go of books if I'm not enjoying them, if I'm not feeling like reading them. So this is something I'm still working about, yeah. Just because, I don't know, as readers, we're very used to have this kind of go and finish mentality for whatever reason. Like pretty much all the booktubers are like that, and so it's something that we need to learn and teach ourselves, to not finish a book necessarily, not to push through, just to follow our gut feeling and let a book go, because not all the books are for everyone. And so yeah, that's the very first goal, to still enjoy reading and just make it a real hobby that makes me feel comfortable and happy, and not like a to-do list just to check off at the end of my day. Then the next thing is, of course, I still have to push myself a little bit with something that is a little bit outside of my comfort zone, and so I still want to keep for myself the goal to read at least one book in Russian and at least one book in French, because those are the two languages that, if I have to choose a book, I will usually go with English or Italian, because it's easier for my brain. Whereas with Russian I need to be much more focused, and with French it's like my least strong language, like my weakest language, and so I need to really pay a lot of attention. I need to have a dictionary nearby just in case. Of course I use the phone one, but anyhow, it's just the mental load that you get together with the book. And I know it's strange, but that's how my brain works pretty much. So if I have to choose, I will probably choose Italian or English and then Russian and then French. But I need to still force myself, because I enjoyed reading in French last year. It was very lovely, so why not to do it again? And then something else that I would love to do is, I still set for myself a small goal on Goodreads. I'm not doing it anymore like with the passion that I used to back in the years, and right now I just set for myself a reasonable goal of 50 books. If I will reach it, great. If I won't, who cares? I used to read like almost 140 books per year, and then I started reading like maybe 30 books. So last year I read 45, which was amazing in my opinion at this point of my life, and so we will see if I will be able to read 50 this year. If not, who cares, again. And then the other two goals that I have are both kind of linked to each other. The first one is to try and finish at least 3 series, because as everyone out here, I love reading series, and they're long, they're lovely, and I tend to start them and never finish them. And sometimes it's just a matter of finishing the last book and I've not done it yet. So yeah, I would love to finish maybe 3 series if it's possible, if it's doable, we will see. And the other one is to actually allow myself to reread a book, because one of the reasons why I'm not rereading, even if I think a lot about some books that I loved back in the days, is that I feel it, like I perceive it, some part of me, as if it's almost a waste of time because I'm not reading something new. But on the other hand, I mean, these are books that I loved, and chances are that I will love them, or love them even more, if I reread it. And so it's just like an easy win, so I can go for it. I can actually reread it. And so I will see. I will try to reread at least one favorite book from my past, and I will see if I will be able to manage and do it. It's just a matter of fighting with myself and winning, as silly as it may sound. And then the other 2 goals that I have are kind of long-term projects for 2024. One is to buy mainly used books when possible, because I actually am fortunate enough to have a used book shop near to my job, which is a blessing and a curse, because a blessing, of course, it's a blessing when you have a bookshop nearby, but it's also a curse because compulsive buying. I mean, if you're having a very bad day, something that you really may want to pick yourself up, it's a great book, and so you go there. So it's also a curse. You need to really control yourself. But on the other hand, I love that it's a second-hand bookshop, and so I want to actually and actively choose to buy more and more second-hand books, like the ones in the shop. Or for example, I bought some books for myself for Christmas pretty much this year on Vinted, and I loved the experience, and I will show you all of the books that I got for myself in the next video. And yeah, I think that I will try. Of course, not all the books can be found as a second-hand book, but the majority of them actually can, and they're in pretty pristine conditions. Or even if not, I still love the idea of giving love to a book that has lived before me. So this is something that I will try to do in 2024. And the very last goal, like reading related goal, is that I will try and kind of work my way through my ebooks. This is something that if you followed me for a long time, you're quite familiar with. That's a goal that I set for myself every now and then, but I've never managed to go through the whole project, just because I think that the mistake that I made was to have like this all or nothing mentality when I was like set on, I will take this weekend and I will go through all of my ebooks and I will sort them out and I will delete the ones that I don't want and I will start reading the ones I want. It doesn't work like that. It's like when you're starting cleaning up and then suddenly you run out of stamina and you're sitting in the mess you made and just like thinking about all of your life choices, something like that. So I will try and make it like a year-long project, and I will try and go through all of my ebooks and start reading them and see if I'm enjoying the content, because a lot of my ebooks that I own are very like impulse purchases, but they're not purchases because I was subscribed to the service that alerted you when there were like ebooks for free on Amazon, and so I'm guilty of getting a lot of books for free because I thought that I may enjoy the idea sooner or later to read that book. But then I rarely read ebooks, and I have a huge amount of ebooks that I believe I'm not interested anymore at this point of my life. And so I will try and go through the year and just kind of go through all of my collection of ebooks, and I own a ton of them, really a ton of them. And fortunately, they're not something that I've necessarily spent money on, and so I feel a little bit less guilty than with a physical book. But still, I need to go through them because, I don't know, this year I'm really feeling like I need to get rid of a lot of clutter that I feel like I kind of hoarded. And it's in form of books, objects, just like a lot of digital stuff I just want to get rid of. And so yeah, I will be focusing on that this year. I know it's a little bit messy and a little bit all over the place, but let me know down below what are your reading goals for this year. Do you have any particular plan? Do you plan to read an amount of books or an amount of pages, or do you have a particular book or series that you want to tackle and read this specific year, and for what reason? And as you may see, I've set 0 goals for my channel because, for starters, my very first goal is to be present on this channel and to be able to upload. And in order to be able to upload, I need to be able to enjoy reading. So it's like, yeah, that's a circle. And so I have no plans, like no goals whatsoever. I have a lot of plans, but no goals whatsoever for this channel. I just want to enjoy the experience and let you enjoy, hopefully, the content that I will be uploading. So thank you so much for watching this video, and since it's the very first video of the year, I wish you the best everything you may desire, the best of everything you may desire. Yeah, that's my wish for 2024. And also try to be gentle with yourself, give yourself some space, give yourself some grace, and we can do it. And let's keep on reading, curl up with a great book, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye! Ciao!